Hi guys. Okay, it's been a crazy week. It's been a super crazy week. Within the last 7 days, and then today to top it off, I thought I cannot believe some of the things. Okay, number one, the first one, this one's funny. So, it was Lowe's. We went to Lowe's last week. Actually, I went to Lowe's and I decided, okay, it's time for me to upgrade my table and chairs on the boat dock. And so, okay, fine, we can do that. And then I get everything, all the pieces ready, and I was super excited because it's been a long time since I've had, like over 20 years that, and the table I have is in really good shape and everything, mostly. I just need new cushions and, okay, whatever. But anyway, I just wanted an upgrade, and it's time. So I got a really nice set. I was super stoked. And I called her and I'm like, hey, can you meet me here with the truck, because I can't put this in my car. And yeah, okay, I'll wait. So I had it on this big, those big things you have all stacked up on. So I was sitting there just waiting, and he comes and I pay for it and we put it in the truck. I was so excited, and I got in the truck, and put my seatbelt on, and I was sitting there, and Ernie did the same, and he was in the truck, and he was putting a seatbelt on, and he says, there's your car right there. Now, hold on for a second. Whenever you're driving whatever you drive, you always see cars just like it. I mean, almost exactly same color, same year, whatever. And so every time, and that, I'm no different. So I see my car everywhere. And so Ernie goes, oh, there's your car. And I was so excited. And I went, oh, yeah, it's pretty, isn't it? And so I went back, and I was buckling up. I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready. Let's go. Let's take this home. I can get my patio furniture. I don't know how I'm going to unload it. It's going to be so heavy, but we can do this. We can do this. And he still sat there. I'm like, well, what's the problem? And he said, you going to leave it there, your car? And I was like, what are you talking about? My car. Oh yeah, that's it. That's actually my car right over there. Oh, laughed till we cried. Laugh. So I had to get out, and I was like, I turned around looking at him, and he is actually still laughing. And we're crying, laughing. So it was super funny. I guess you just had to be there because it was more funny in person. But anyway, okay, fast forward to so within this last week, but we had a ceiling fan, and it was one of the ceiling fans we bought when we built the house, and it was not cheap. And what I ended up doing is I wanted to have all of my lighting fixtures kind of like in a family. So I went through Minka Air, and then Minka Lavery for the lighting, but Minka Air for the ceiling fans. Beautiful fans, and they work great. And this has been almost 2005. You do the math, 15 years. And the light kit, the lights, and one of the bulbs of the three worked fine, but the other two kind of like, when it worked when they wanted to. Sometimes it was like a poltergeist thing where the light would go brighter and then dim, and I thought, well, you know what? That's weird. And so, but it wasn't a room that we used all the time. So it was like, okay, no big deal. I didn't see any urgency to get it repaired. And so then, now that room's being used all the time. And, so I was like, dang. And, so we ended up, because we've been struggling with this, light kit for quite some time, trying to figure out how to make it work. So we ended up taking the fan down and just buying another fan, beautiful fan, through Lowe's, and installing it. Ernie and I installed it, and life is good. But then I thought, okay, well, I can sell this fan. I mean, this fan cost me like $400 plus when I first bought it. Yeah, I know I'm not going to get $400 out of it right now, but still a really good fan. And so I put it on this local website, to sell it. And nobody knows. Nobody needs a fan. I guess they're so cheap nowadays, brand new, fine. All right. Well, I actually like that fan, and I want a fan in my laundry room. Super hot in there, and I don't see a reason why we can't. And so Ernie's like, well, wait a minute, why can't we just use this fan and put it in there? And I go, well, yeah, but it needs a light. Okay, so we need a light. It's the problem, we don't have it up in the first place. We need a light to work all the time. So he's like, okay, so we were looking for light kits. Okay, which brings me to where we are today. So naturally the light kit is not supported anymore by they don't make it that particular model exactly, and the only difference really is the color of the glass bulb, which is perfectly fine. I don't need one of those. I actually just need 3 little tiny wires, 3 little sockets like this. Let me show you. I just need one of those. I don't need the whole thing. I don't need the whole entire thing. And so, actually one of those, that right there, see that little brown area? It was like sparking and so on. So it doesn't work, and that was not safe. So that's all I need. And I've been looking online because of the little part numbers and everything. And it's like $70+ because they want you to sell you the glass and the whole unit. And this is on the inside. I'm like, I don't need all that. $5, I bet you $5. I bet you. So we call Lamps Plus, and then we're like, oh, okay, well, now we have to see it. Dude, it's 109 outside, and I'm 20 miles one way away from you, and I don't feel like bringing it in right now. Can I just email you or send it to you, whatever? Meanwhile, while I was preparing my email for this Lamps Plus person, I got my little spectacles out, my little cheater readers, you know. And I was like, hey, there's a number on there. Yeah. What about? So I went ahead and pulled that little number up, and guess what? I went on Google, and Google comes up with all these places that sell this product. It's like, you're kidding me. So, yeah, and so anyway, told the Lamps Plus person, no thank you, because I gotta figure $5.75. But you know what? The shipping is way more. Shipping is twice that amount. But it's cheaper than buying a $76 light kit that you don't need. Fine. So I ended up getting that, and it's going to be in the mail soon. Okay. And then again today, I went to Lowe's and Home Depot to look for particular barrel planter things, probably about 12, 14 inches wide. They don't have. Nobody has. So I keep looking, and I want to get this pantry closet that I have an open shelf right now. But a longer story shorter is I go in, and I'm like, hey, I need this particular cabinet right there. We're out of stock. Yes, I know, but can you tell me when you're going to get them in stock? Because it's like $200+, and I kind of want to know. But you can order it. You can prepay, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, fine. So I get over there, and this is at Home Depot, because Lowe's didn't have. So we're at Home Depot, and I get sent from one place to customer service. I get sent customer service. Oh, this particular cabinet department won't let me do it from here, so let's all walk back to cabinets, and then we'll go from there. So anyway, okay, you know, my career almost, in fact, all of my 33 years of customer service actually has been just that, customer service, and half of it was in management, trying to get people to, you know, be kind and calm down and blah blah. So I get over there, and you know, why should one have to ask, hey, do you offer military discounts? Because, yeah, no. So I forgot to ask that question up front. God forbid that a customer service person says, hey, are any one of you or your husband a member of, you know, a veteran or a member of the military? No, they don't. So we make this transaction. It was like $225 or whatever it was. And I got this thing, and I was like, wait a minute. Does this have my military discount? Do you offer military discount? Because, you know, I'll file. And they're like, ugh. She kind of went like this. Yes, we do, but I would have to refund this entire order and start all over again. And I was like, well, okay, I get that, but that's like $20+. So if it wouldn't be too much trouble, would you mind? So what we do, we go in, and she's like, I guess I could. Thank you so much. Awesome. And so she had to go through the refund because I paid with my debit card. And she's like, oh, I have to run this since it's a debit card and not a credit card. Like, it's a wrong thing to just pay for it outright instead of putting it on credit. Since it's a debit card, I can't run it through here to refund your money because it has to go through an actual register. But I can certainly order your second one at a reduced price. I'm like, could you? Thanks. So we go ahead. She orders this thing, and she goes, you're going to have to go back to customer service to get your refund. I said, okay. Well, they're a very nice gal that actually walked me to this department. She's military as it is. And she's like, oh, okay, let's take care of you. So I go back, and I'm like, hey. She goes, what happened? Nothing happened. You know, I just, I need to get a refund up to $225 so I can, you know, get charged my $202 or whatever it was. And she goes, what did she do wrong? Speaking of that other agent, and I said, oh, she didn't do anything wrong. Nothing at all. I mean, she didn't do anything wrong. I just failed to ask if you guys honored a military discount. And she, you know, and she didn't appreciate after the fact. She's like, well, we can't after the fact. Well, okay, but can you help me out in getting a credit to my account? So she sent me back here. And she's like, I am so sorry. She was really embarrassed, you know, and I said, it's okay, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And I said, but you know, if I may make a suggestion, I think at every single one of your sales reps and agents or service, whatever you want to call yourselves here, if that would be the first question out of your mouth, then I think then maybe that gal over there in cabinets wouldn't be so frustrated right now. Because that's just simple. Hey, are there one of you qualify for a military discount? She goes, well, that would make perfect sense, and I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's okay. So she was getting all frustrated because that gal kind of could have done it a little differently. And then poor gal, her machine started messing up on her, and it couldn't process my refund. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, look, it's okay. It's okay. Don't get stressed out. I have all day. I wasn't complaining. In my mind, I was saying to myself, I have all day, and it's really not your fault, but it is only 109 outside. And I'm hot. And it's not your fault, so it's okay. I have all day. I certainly do. I'm going to go home and melt and call it a day. Anyway, so that's kind of what's been going on with me. Oh, yeah, no. So, you know, my hair needs help. And so I was messaging earlier this week, I was messaging my stylist, and I was like, dude, are you kind of taking clients somehow during this whole shutdown, because this girl's kind of needing some help? And he didn't respond, and it's not like him. And then I let a couple days go by, and I was like, that's weird. So I sent out a Marco, you know, I didn't even get a polo back. Not one little polo. Nothing. And so I was like, dude. And so this is what I did doing to him. So I found this little thing on Facebook that came up today. And it was pretty much one of those things that says what your mother is thinking when you don't answer her text. And it has all this traumatic episode stuff going on. I'll show you. But I modified it before I sent it to him. And this is what I said. I said, what your client is thinking when you don't answer her text. And then I covered it up down here going, hey, are you okay? Finally he comes back and he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm okay, you're crazy. Yeah, I just got a lot going on, and some good things and some bad things, and pray for me. I said, dude, no problem, you got it. Well, here's what he didn't know. What he did not know is when I see, I think it started it last year, when I see a penny, in fact, this little penny right here, this one, this penny right here, which is actually this one. As soon as I sent that text, I got out of the vehicle and I was going to go into Home Depot, I found a penny. It's pretty beat up, pretty tattered, but you know, that says a lot because, you know, we're all beat up and we're all kind of tattered and we all need help and we all need prayers. But anyway, so I sent him this message and I'm like, dude, you know what? Whenever I find a penny, it's my prayer penny. I say a prayer for someone I know that needs it. So this one's yours. And he's like, well, thank you so much. I tell you right now, I come out of the store and guess what? I find another one. So yeah. So this guy gets double whammy prayers today. And I sent him a message and I'm like, this must be your lucky day. And he was ever so appreciative. So that's been my week. Yeah, it's 109. Actually, it's supposed to be 109 today. Let's see what it is right now. Oh, only 106. Yeah, 106. 106. And the high is supposed to be 105 right now. That's weird. 106. Beat a record. Yeah. 106. Yeah. It's supposed to be 105. So, there you go. That's been my week. I hope your week is comical, but I'm going to tell you right now, the whole car thing in the parking lot, oh yeah, okay, that was like, yeah, that is a pretty car, isn't it? And I was super stoked that I did not even remember that that was actually my own car. But I will say this, it's pretty funny. And where is, so Ernie takes a picture of his view of, I didn't delete it, did I? Shoot. Anyway, it was unmistakably my car because my license plate says that's who I am. And wait, here's my, whoa. Here's my patio set that I was all super stoked about. But, what in the world? Oh, wait, here it is. There it is. Where's my dang car? Anyway, so I had to get out and laugh at you. If you can't laugh at yourself, man, I mean, life's hard. You gotta laugh at yourself every day. Because that's how we make it through. Anyway, my video is way too long and it's way too hot, and so I will bid you good day. See ya. Bye. Until next time.